Imhotep himself. So Imhotep being educated by the master of masters is right there. But in modern times, there's parallel Professor X with Elijah Muhammad as being the creator of the X-Men or the awakener of the God strain or the light strain. Now, what do I mean by Elijah Muhammad being the awakener of the God strain or the light strain? Now, if you look at Malcolm X in that fiery oratory, at the same time you had Martin Luther King with a fiery oratory. And they had two different philosophical viewpoints, but they all had the same agenda in the recovery from the oppression, right? Malcolm had a different view of passion when he looked at the problem and the situation, because he was seeing it with spiritual eyes as a warfare. So he looked at it as like a warfare. So the method that Martin was using, he couldn't see it as a functional method to fight a war. But what Martin was doing was not trying to fight a war. What Martin was doing was trying to establish a relief and a peace. Excuse me 1 second. I'm supposed to be getting on this other. All right, got you. All right, so what Elijah Muhammad was doing was teaching Malcolm in a way that allowed Malcolm's light strain to be under control so as not to cause sheer destruction. And he did that with a method of discipline. So if you ever hear anybody talk about the Nation of Islam, one of the things that they always talk about in the fruit is that level of discipline. Because that level of discipline that they are teaching it got several benefits in the physical world, but from the spiritual standpoint, they need that level of discipline to control the light strain as it turns on, so as they don't become a menace and a terror within the environment that they are trying to stabilize. So Professor X being the one teaching the mutants how to control the light strain as it turns on. Now, if you watch the storyline of the X-Men, you'll see that they're in Washington lobbying to exterminate the mutants. This is called, in the real life, this is Rex 84, that was Readiness Exercise 1984, that was drew up by Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North. So this same thing was being lobbied some 25 years later in real life that parallels what took place in the animation series. So they wanted to wipe out the mutants. So if they wanted to wipe out the mutants and they passed the law, what do the mutants respond? The mutants is capable of destroying everybody in the X-Men. But what Professor X is trying to teach is that even though you have all this power, you're so powerful you can destroy a regular person, that's not just. So they taking this back to Egypt once again with the law of Mott, because no injustice can stand in the universe. So all of these characters are in the X-Men is actually exaggerated natural psychic abilities that we have, and these exaggerated psychic abilities make for good entertainment. But if you turn the volume down on them or take the exaggeration aspect out and you pick up a book on psychic abilities, you will be able to match up the exact psychic ability that they talk about as a mutant strain in the DNA. You'll be able to match it up. Like, for instance, Magneto. What is his ability? Magnetism. What is magnetism in the realm of psychic ability? It's massive charisma. It's the ability to draw others in. Well, they use his in reference to the actual metal. That's the exaggeration. but it's not really an exaggeration because a magnetic quality in the person appeals to the metals in the person that they attract. So in essence, it's an accuracy, but it's an exaggerated accuracy for the entertainment value, and so that you don't really know that they telling you a truth in plain sight while you are being entertained and you're not taking them serious. They've gave you the opportunity to discover this truth, and you the one who decided whether you would or would not acknowledge it as they showed it to you. So in moving from the X-Men, you find the movie Panther. Now Panther is a very unique character because he's one of the so-called first black superheroes, which is absolutely not the case, because the very first superhero on record, being Heru or Horus, the son, the sole son of the mother that resurrected and redeemed his father's throne. So that was the first black superhero in truth. But now, as we go into the movie Panther, we have to know the symbolism. What is the symbolism of the panther? Okay, in ancient times, priests wore leopard skins. Black leopard skins was reserved for a very, very specific group of political priests. And they were actually part of a royal court. And they were the practitioners of certain rights within the priesthood in order to maintain the balance. And that's what the black was over the spots. If you look at a panther, it's either a black leopard or a black jaguar or whatever the case may be. You can see the black spots if you really look at them. But the leopard also represents in Egypt the goddess Bast. So when you have to examine her qualities, and you will see that she was also represented in the movie Panther when it very first come on. There was no coincidence who they got to play the mother, because in real life, her name, we call her Angela Bassett. And if you translate the Greek to the English, her name is Angel of Bast. And she played the mother of the panther, the prince. So they're going back to the Black Madonna and Child once again with the movie Panther. Now, this is very significant to modern pop culture, because in modern pop culture, we have the legacy of Tupac Amaru Shakur as the son of Afeni Shakur, the Black Panther. And that's why, if you notice when it come on, it starts in Oakland. Now, in Oakland is where Tupac's rap career really developed after he left Baltimore School of the Arts. So the movie was like a precursor or a predictor of how the events in the final age is supposed to unfold. So you take a look at the movie Panther. When it first come on, you see a alien ship, but the ship is not truly alien. It's African and it's cloaked and it's from Earth. So there is a clue right there to something. So we have to go search our history. We have to search our Native American history, our African history, our Asian history to find out if this movie has any validity in the storyline. If y'all not paying attention, right? They don't have no jurisdiction here. They don't need to be here, and we don't have to accept them, right? So, with that being said, all kings rise, all queens rise, all kings protect your queens, call your soldiers, we on deck. Crumb, nigga, Bump straight, motherfucker. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. How the fuck you gonna tell me and all these goddamn people you can't get a motherfucker to help your punk ass out without charging you some money, and you want me to solicit on your behalf? Are you fucking serious? You got to be fucking joking. I'm not the Solicitor General. Nigga, I'm the motherfucking general. The general of the generals. King of kings, motherfucker. I don't gotta solicit shit for your motherfucking ass. You know what the fuck you doing. Piss me off if you want to. Nigga, I'ma come personally for your ass. Not sending nobody. Personally. Better hope these queens don't get pissed off at your ass, because if they flip your ass my way, nigga, you in trouble. Asking me to solicit some, nigga, 10 motherfucking tickets my ass. You can't bitch about some shit and turn around and do the same shit. You left bump me, nigga, I'm bumping straight. Now this your chance to bump straight. You left bump me, nigga. I bump straight. It's your chance to bump straight. And you tell all them fake conscious motherfuckers, bump straight, or they about to feel the heat. Y'all niggas running out of time to get right. This time next week, any nigga ain't right, you gonna feel the fucking heat. And I ain't talking about a nigga breathing down your neck. I'm talking about the fire on your motherfucking back, nigga. I'm gonna burn you niggas alive personally. I'm not gonna let no other motherfucker do no dirt for me when I can do it myself. I get most satisfaction out of walking up on your punk ass with my lighter fluid and my lighter. Don't put that shit down and beat your motherfucking ass first. Bump straight, nigga. All you motherfuckers bump straight. Now, the queen's on board. They done already told me that if these niggas don't bump straight, they won't be here. I agree. So, Crumb, bump straight, nigga. You know what the fuck you gotta do. I know what they told you in the lodge. I don't need the lodge. Nigga, I'm the self-raised master, the master of masters. Nigga, hire him in your face. Masonic that. Decode that shit masonically, nigga. I can show you the fucking gin. I can show you the Orianos, nigga. I can show you the compass in the square. I can show you the 2-ball cane, nigga. I'm not bullshitting with you motherfuckers. I'm the wrong motherfucker y'all asked to do this shit. I will skin you niggas alive in public and castrate you my goddamn self with no anesthetic. I have no sympathy and no mercy for you greedy, rotten motherfuckers being an obstacle to the liberation and salvation of all these people suffering at this foolish ass shit you niggas doing. I don't got none. Pharaoh bump straight. Seti bump straight. Your turn, nigga. Bump straight. That's all you gotta do. Bump fucking straight. You know what your motherfucking job is. Bump straight. Now, I ain't gonna tell you niggas no more. I need y'all to share the shit out this, because the next nigga I have to tell to bump straight, I'm gonna bump his ass straight with one of these. He gonna get a 360 discipline. You know what it is. Put him in the circle, nigga. Run the gauntlet, motherfucker. I got Bloods and Crips out there. I line them up on both sides, nigga. Run the gauntlet. See how bad your motherfucking ass is with this gangster shit. Where the fuck you at? New York? I got a nation of Bloods over there, and I got some Latin Kings and some Latin Counts. You understand me? I got 5 boroughs of motherfuckers that'll bail up out that motherfucker on your ass if you don't bump straight. Where you go, Philly? Go ask Darko what's going on in Philly. Go ask Meek Mills why the fuck Beanie Siegel get his shit blowed out for being a bitch ass nigga. Go ask him. You think we bullshitting? Go ask James Prince down in Rap-A-Lot about playing your motherfucking position according to the rules of respect, because you don't understand what respect is. So I had to send you to a nigga that teach that shit to motherfuckers who don't know. So call James Prince and say the nigga told me I need to learn respect, and you the best motherfucker to learn it from, because you the most respected motherfucker in the South. Go ask him. Nigga. That was my cue to wrap this video up. I'm getting a little too hostile, and I'm going to create a situation. So, with that, gratitude to all the righteous, death to all the wicked. Gratitude to the righteous, death to the wicked. Gratitude to the righteous, and death to the wicked motherfuckers. Let's get it in.
Information that he's saying, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but the thing about it is, you can't. I understand that you understand who you are, but you don't have the power to dictate my perception of my own vessel.
Damn, what the fuck, bro? Oh,
You told me that. You told me I was practicing dogma.
That's what that is.
Opinion. Opinion is opinion.
That's dogma. A whole bunch
man, chill out, bro.
stuff that's constantly repeated over and over to purposely mislead people is what I call dogma.
Yeah, I see it to be religious. This is why I always say I don't do the religious type of feel. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that type of feel. When it's that type of feel, I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? When you vibrating and you take information, you take it and you keep it moving. A lot of things ain't gonna stick with you. You know what I'm saying? And when you try to let everything stick with you, that's dogma. This is what the brother is referring to, that you are so caught up in not you, but I'm saying a person will get so caught up in the information that he take everything and he knows some of that shit don't vibrate with him. But since he's in this mix, he's gonna take it all. Like if that shit don't vibrate, I'm like, yo, hold on, nah, I ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? I can vibrate with that, but I ain't fucking with that.
So Mo, I just want to ask you this one question. All these people that's in this live and they putting up flags, are they promoting dogma?
What kind of flags? I wasn't paying attention to the flags.
They putting up flags in the comments, in the chats, and all that.
It ain't me.
No, that's the wrong. I think that's just the wrong angle.
No, I'm just saying you can't. And everything. So what I want to if I take this, I'm never taking this fez off for nobody, right? But if I do take it off, what you want me to? I'm trying to figure out what angle are you on. I know you say you from the all, you from the tent, you yourself and everything.
Hey, let me tell you. This is my position.
Yeah.
If you want to wear your fez, I believe that if anybody try to take your fez from you, it is my obligation as your brother to fight right with you to keep your fez, because that's what you chose.
Yes.
If I choose to wear a baseball cap and the other brother over here choose to wear a different headdress, I fight for them to be in the right to do what they feel in their heart is right.
Okay, so can I ask you something?
Yes, sir.
I want to add on to something to that. Your fez, is that not an ancient headdress? Because we just seen pictures of Phoenicians and statues and all that you say that might not be fez, but they resemble fez.
Well,
right?
if you hold a fez next to a tar bush, they look the same, but one is taller than the other.
Well, my point I'm trying to say is this. Where did the baseball cap come from? Did your ancestors wear anything, a type of headdress that looked like resembles a baseball cap?
No way.
Not that I can recall.
But they might have wore something that resembles a fez.
That could, yeah, we did have varying types of
that being said,
some of them did appear to be
vibrating with the true essence, right? Before, you know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, then we letting you know, okay, we not one of them ones that's wearing a baseball cap that don't know about the times. It's a signal. You know what I'm saying? I'm more ancient than that. I got some knowledge. I'm going with the ancient ones. I'm before all that dogma, or before all them colonizations that came to this land.
Right.
That's what that kind of symbolizes.
Okay, now, for like when you talk, the energy that I get from you is listen to your elder ride. So The energy I get from the brother right here, this is a warrior. I can't just let him go unchallenged. I got to frustrate him. I got to
Yes,
get
I
the
seen that.
pushback.
I seen that when I got popped on. Yes.
Right. He a warrior. So I got to give him the pushback first.
I seen you was playing. Yeah, I seen you was just I seen like you was just playing.
Right. Now
He was. That's why I'm like, am I tripping on here? Is he just trying to go on a
Yeah,
circle?
he was just going.
brother,
He was making you frustrated. But I wanted you to think more and not get frustrated more because you were saying the same exact thing. He was just being, more, persuasive with it.
right. So when we get down to who we are over here, let's like know what Ali said. Your own vine and fig tree.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the law of the land over here.
Yes.
That's true. Yes.
Yes.
That's
yes.
not the law of the land nowhere else but over here.
Yes.
Absolutely true.
Right? Everybody else, you have to conform to the main. Now they're starting to pick up our cultures overseas.
That's
yes.
Right.
Where Muslims can go live in the Christian country and Christians can go live in the Muslim country. Wasn't none of that shit before they encountered us.
No way.
Because they didn't believe in worshiping under your own vine and fig tree. That every family got a right to establish their own family traditions and their family rights.
That's right.
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 And these family rights, we draw from ancient sources. Right. Because some of us grow
they all
up.
write them in here too.
Yeah. We begin to remember. We begin to remember our old ways as we get older.
Yes.
The older the soul is, as we get older, the more the old ways come back.
Hey, Mo, turn off the comments, Mo. I'm not gonna keep letting them disrespect my headdress, man.
No, man,
that's not what's gonna happen, man. They playing with me like it's like I want to find niggas' addresses.
Look, listen.
No,
They know you. They
already
heard me say you a
Don't
warrior.
play with me,
They
man.
already know.
I ain't one of them, man. I put a popsicle stick in your doorknob, man. Seriously, man. Don't do that.
We good. Look.
Man.
But look. So,
hey, Rod, your fans do be on some shit though. Hey,
no,
because some loyal fans, bro, they ride with it.
That's because they know I be 100% sincere. No matter how we coming, what ain't gonna come in that, I'm gonna be sincere about it. Right? And so
we have the conversation. I respect your output and your input, but the people in the comments, I know they follow you and all that. Please don't disrespect me. I am not disrespecting you, man. I will meet you at your door, man. Please don't do that, man. I ain't one of them. I'll find you.
I don't know what they were saying because I wasn't watching the comments, so I can't.
I
don't care about none of that, man. You hear me?
But
you like one of these Europeans. You hear me?
Look, when this shit over with in the next couple of weeks, we gonna be sitting in the room, the elders.
Yeah, it's definitely about to be over. They don't even peep it.
Look, the elders finna be sitting in the room. You're gonna see sitting in the same room Malachi York, Chief Malik Angel Bay, Larry Hoover, Farrakhan. But then it's gonna be a whole bunch of motherfuckers like they're gonna be like, where Obama at?
He been gone. He up out of here.
He out
right?
Of here.
So our people is still that deluded. So we have to sometimes give that pushback so they'll know that we capable of handling this shit however it comes. No matter whether we wear a fez or whether we wear an afro.
Right.
We ready for the pushback. But at a certain point in the conversation, okay, now I gotta stop with the shenanigans. I got to come with the 100. I got to let you know why I'm not really coming at you for blood.
Right.
I can see the blood of motherfuckers from this land in your face. Right? I can damn near tell you what tribe you from. If I talk to you for a couple of days, it's going to occur to me, and I'm going to call your tribe out. Exactly the tribe that your family bloodline is strongest tied to. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 tribes. Right? And when all of these elders are sitting around, we raising this matriarchy. We putting the great mother back on her throne where she's supposed to be.
Straight up.
And then you're going to understand who I am and why I was giving you the pushback I was and what we was really up against. Because the all of they bullshit had to be exposed to the people. The shit that they did to undermine us when they set up the NAACP and put them pink faces out there as the original founders.
Yeah.
Some niggas look like me and you did that.
Yeah, I know. I understand that.
Right.
The Quakers and shit like that.
It was some motherfuckers look like me and you.
Yeah, you're right.
That went and got Noble Drew Ali.
Of course.
Yeah, you right. I know that.
Because
Yeah, I know that.
Couldn't no pale faces get close enough to him?
Malcolm
No,
X.
you're absolutely right, no?
Right. So now, when we start to see what really happened, and then they're gonna see the difference in how our conversation switched from the last little video, to this video.
Yeah.
Right. And then they'll get to see how when we from the land, we can start off rocky.
Yeah.
Still sharpen steel.
Right.
Iron sharpen iron.
And then
I appreciate you, Mo, because I'm on firecracker mode. You hear me? I'm still young, and I'm with it all, but I'm only with it for the people that's trying to make the humanity stay where it's at.
I'm gonna give you a little history. I want you to investigate. It was a group of Moors in New Jersey. They was called the Moorish Zionist Temple of Islam. Noble Drew Ali was sent in there to go get the secrets of how they was keeping us out of the lodges.
Oh, he did do that in Jersey.
And then once he got it, now they chasing him to kill him. He went to Detroit, to the home of Chief Pontiac, because they wasn't finna let him touch him in Detroit.
Right.
Then he went to Chicago.
Yeah.
Right. Now, he didn't set up his Mufti staff the way Elijah set up the FOI.
Security, yeah. All right, I understand
that. Some of his security was infiltrators. They look like us.
COINTELPRO.
Right. Same motherfucking program. They didn't name it until J. Edgar Hoover came along.
Yeah.
But the program has been the same.
Yeah.
Any other chiefs on the land that had an actual right to reclaim the land and to overthrow the contract, they murdered them.
Right.
Right. Then they infiltrated all of our organizations, acting like they with us, but they always sold us out to the government.
Of course.
Because they was the ones behind the enforcing of the contract of the government of the United States. And the blood that they spilled was Crispus Attucks, who was indigenous to this land and wrote the Constitution in it, copying it from the Iroquois Confederate Constitution.
Iroquois Confederation.
Right. The rewrite had to be written in the blood of one of us, the righteous.
Of course.
Because no blood of the righteous shall be spilled in vain.
Right.
You pull up the actual Constitution, the words of it are rust color brown now. If you know what blood turned to on paper, and then you will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it turns brown.
Right. So now they infiltrating all our shit. All of the L's is trying to take the seat of the Bays.
Right.
The only thing we can do to defend ourselves is knock the L's for their seat. This is what Noble Drew Ali discovered.
Right.
So how do you knock an L from his seat? You have to surpass him in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Okay.
And then you have to go toe-to-toe with him, brain for brain, bang him for the brain bang.
Yeah, facts. And that's how you get ordained to Ali and all these and the rest by the work that you put in. Yes.
Now, that's Muhammad did that. That's what Elijah Poole Bay did.
He was sent out as a another person to carry the pass.
Right.
Because it can't go through okay, now Noble Drew Ali know that the Moorish science has been infiltrated by the Moorish Zionist Jews.
Yes.
Elijah have to go establish something totally different.
So right. Oh, I understand that now.
He can't come back. If he come back with Moorish science, he won't be able to get a week worth of teaching in.
Yeah, they knock him off. You're right. I understand. Now I get the whole concept, because I thought he was basically going against the narrative, but now I understand what you're talking about now. He couldn't come back as the same thing. It's like when they knocked off Yahshua, he couldn't come back as the same person. He had to come back in a so-called different person or a different prophet.
Right. Now watch this. When Elijah started getting infiltrated, Malcolm ran what you call a red herring.
Yeah.
he draw the heat off Elijah and expose the infiltrators. He tell you in the public speech who they is because we got to do everything out in the open.
Right.
He
Because they
tell
kill him.
Elijah, he tell it, you running the name of the infiltrators down, and this is how you know he talking directly to Elijah, because he say, I'm not talking to the police because they already know this. They the ones who told me.
Wow.
Right? So if he ain't talking to the police and he ain't talking to defraud other people. Right? So when they can't tell you what they want to tell you because you got motherfuckers like me that's gonna tell you that's a goddamn lie, that shit ain't true, I don't know where they got it from, but this is where you find the real shit at. Right? So that put all these motherfuckers knuckles to the ground. When the real leader gone, anybody can fill the position long as he look the part. When the real leader come, they all got to take a back seat and the motherfuckers know it. And leadership is, as leadership does, is what you can see into the future. You got to know how to operate like that board game without hitting the motherfucking buzzer. That means you got to be surgically precise with your precise moves. And the more precise you is, as Sun Tzu say, the greatest victory is the victory without combat. That means that you beat your enemy mentally first. Because the mental victory precedes the physical victory. So if you can defeat him in the mind, you done already defeated him before the battlefield ever even come into play. Now all you got to do is take it a step further and eliminate the battlefield from the equation. It's a battlefield of the mind at that point. Right? And from the battlefield of the mind, you know, that's when you start getting them clowns flipping out into the open, thinking that they masterminds and they really just deceiving the people with flashy minds. Just because a motherfucker got pretty words, can talk loud, fast, hit you in the stomach with his words with an emotional fervor, don't mean that motherfucker know goddamn shit about what he talking about. And how you know is they'll start trying to not talk bad about the motherfucker telling the truth, but they'll try to ignore it or shy away from it, evade the answer to the question of who this motherfucker is. They don't want to talk about that shit. Because now they know they going to have to bow down to something greater than that bullshit they've been running on the people. And that's the goddamn truth. And when you hit with the truth and you start showing people that the truth is being told, then motherfuckers' feelings be really hurt.